say anything funny, but I'm gonna have fun.
I came to dance.
See what I mean? Hello, Kewaunee. I am back. I just got off the boat. No, it wasn't a slave ship. It's been a long journey to come here today. But things are looking up for me. Let me tell you how my last week has been. Thursday, I was driving a Kewaunee. Little car. I could sit in the front and back at the same time. Friday, I moved up to a Dodge Grand Caravan. Today, I drove a limo. Things are looking pretty good for me. Let's just say the last time I drove a limo, there was news cameras and, I don't know, police cars as a parade, all in my honor. Now that we got the preliminaries out of the way, let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm standing right here in front of you, talking on a microphone. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, thanks for joining the show, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, a late arrival. Stand up, girl, they're clapping for you. Yeah, Tom said I'm originally from Milwaukee. I live in Green Bay. Yeah, that's true. I do live in Green Bay. No, I don't play any football. Don't mean to disappoint you. I drive a minivan. That's my regular vehicle. And the Kewaunee, that's my backup vehicle. Depending on who the date is, determines the vehicle I drive. Well, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's just say if they're annoying, and I didn't find that out until like after talking to him on the phone, but I told him I'd pick him up. I show up in the day with, hold on, you can sit in the back and the front. It'll be fine. Yeah, I always get that look. He's driving a day with a, when I tell ladies I drive a minivan, I get a whole different look. It's like, ooh, he's driving a minivan. Yes. Why is that? Because driving a minivan says three things about me. One, I'm a family man. Two, I'm responsible. Three, I put out. Daewoo says something completely different. It just says nothing's gonna happen for you tonight, my friend. Which I'm okay with that. Anybody fish around here? No? Is there fishing around here? Nobody fishes? Nobody? No? Are there any clubs in? No, I ain't gonna ask that question. No. Is there a Walmart nearby? No? No. I had a lady at work tell me a redneck joke the other day. I'm like, I'm really not Jeff Foxworthy, but go ahead and tell me the joke. And I'm quoting her directly. She said, I was in Duluth, Minnesota last weekend, and I thought this one up all by myself. Lady's like 52 years old. I'm like, good, you just don't by yourself. It's about time you're a grown woman. But anyway, she says, I went to Duluth, and I thought to myself, I might be a redneck if the local Walmart is a tourist attraction. She was on to something. She only tours Walmarts. Wherever she goes, it's Walmart. But there's a whole different reason she does that. She's a snack hound. So, you know what that is? They just gotta eat chips and Little Debbie's. And I think her nickname in high school was Little Debbie or Dolly Madison. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that alone. But yeah, she told me that joke. Now, keep in mind, I work, my day job is customer service. I'm on the phone all day long, and I had to transfer a call, and it took her 10 minutes to tell me that joke. I don't care. At least it's not Kewaunee. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love Kewaunee. It's my second time here. Actually, third time here. Second time performing, the first time I drove through. I lived in Michigan for a year. And I don't know, you guys know where Michigan is, right? Just down the road. And every time I come out in this area, I just laugh because I think it's 29. There's Highway AB, and it says to the right, Michigan, and to the left, Luxembourg. And my friend moved out to Luxembourg, and he's the only black guy in Luxembourg. And he's like, man, I can't live out here. I'm like, hey, I lived in Michigan. If I can live in Michigan, you can live anywhere. It's like, no, dude, it's different. I'm like, let me tell you about my experience in Michigan. Michigan at one grocery store. Some of you may have heard this story, but I'm telling it anyway. I lived about, I don't know, half a mile from this grocery store. Perfect route home after work. So my wife would call me, hey, we need milk. I stop in the grocery store. Cashier always says every day, every time I went in there, hey, are you passing through? No, I live here. Oh, well, that's $2.99. Have a great day. Okay, so I go in 2 days later to get something else we needed for the house. And she says, hey, are you one of our delivery guys? No. Ah, well, that's $4.28. Have a good day. I go in 4 days later, and my wife's at the coffee shop across the street. Same cashier saw me 2 days before, 4 days before. And she says to me, hey, you look familiar. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Hey, you look familiar. I'm like, really? I was in here 4 days ago. It's only 2 black people in town. One is retired. I'm the only one of us with a job. You see me every day. Every day. And let's just say that store's now closed. Michigan Family Market, out of business. Yeah, it was doomed from the start. There was 4 people that worked there, and 2 of them were related. You know how it is when you work with family. It just doesn't work out well. And everywhere I go, I get that you look familiar thing. And it's, I deal with it. I mean, come on, in Green Bay, when they tell me I look familiar, I always go, well, I have the T-bone medium well. And then I get the steak, I eat the steak, and then I just get up and like, it's on the house, right? Yeah, okay. Watch for me on Sunday. And the one thing I hate the most living in Green Bay, dressed like this, because I can't change any part of this. I went to get gas 2 days after Green Bay lost to Kansas City. And the cashier yelled at me, you have a lot of nerve showing your face in here. Talking to me? Yeah. I can't believe you guys joke like that. I'm the only one in the gas station. It's early morning. I'm starting to get freaked out. He's like, how could you guys blow that game in Kansas City? Yeah, look, lady, I'm just here to pay for my gas. $10, pump 6, the minivan. Yeah, exactly. People are weird in Green Bay. If you don't play football, or if you play arena football. But I can tell you one good experience I had being in Green Bay. Went to a packed club. There was a line waiting outside. And they have this arena football team you may have heard of. It's a little small outfit, Green Bay Blizzard. They're not very good, but they play. And it just happened to be the coach and the starting lineup waiting outside the door talking to the bouncer. Bouncer sees me walking up to the end of the line. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Going pretty good. I walk past everybody. See you on the inside. See you on the inside, right? So as I'm talking to the bouncer, I got the coach, the starting lineup, the Blizzard standing right there, and the bouncer says, oh, they're packed. Go on in, buddy, have a good time. And the little guy, little receiver, Coach, who is that? How come he got to go in before us? Coach, who's that? Who's that? And I smile from the inside of the door. Yeah, I said arena football sucks. Like, you gotta be with the big boys. I don't pay for dinner much in Green Bay when the Packers are winning. During the off season when I go into Walmart, it's a little different because, like I said, I always get that, you look familiar. So, to give you an example of how that always plays out every year, I was in Walmart today. I'm all the way up here. And it's Walmart on the east side of Green Bay. Well, half the customers speak Spanish. The other half are on people at Walmart.com. Yeah, so she knows. She views the site. So as I'm walking into Walmart, I notice I start getting followed. It's 4 little ladies following me. I'm like, nah, they can't be following me. This is just ridiculous. So as I'm walking through, a lady recognized me from one of the shows I did a couple weeks ago. And fellas, you know, we always rate girls on a scale of 1 to 10. She was a 15. And she recognized me, so I'm like, I'm halfway in there. All I had to do is not blow this. So I'm sitting there talking. She's like, yeah, I really loved the show. It was such a good time. Me and my friends had a ball. And then she's like, I was just about to pull out the phone. You know, I'm kind of in a hurry. Can I? She's like, wait a minute. Are they with you? I'm like, who? I turn around. 4 little ladies standing there watching everything we're doing. Totally creeped out the hottie. She's like, you know, it was good seeing you, but I gotta go. It's like, oh my God. I just got cock-blocked by the Golden Girls. Revenge is sweet. So I went by the condom aisle just to mess with them because they're still following me. So I was like, oh, Magnums. These are far too small. They keep breaking and flying all over the room. Nothing. Still standing there. So then I go to pick up another package, make up something else. And a little lady, I'll call her Sophia, runs up to me and says, don't use those. I got 6 grandkids because of those. Ooh, time to leave, right? All right, so I head to checkout. I'm thinking I ditched these old ladies. I didn't. They're in front of me fighting, arguing. You ask them. No, you ask them. No, you ask them. Sophia comes right up to me. Hey, can we get a picture with you? Like, it's Walmart, right? Okay. So, gave the camera to the cashier, and I took a picture with the ladies. Not the jail pose you always see on TV. I don't do that. I'm with the ladies. I'm with them. And you're like, thank you so much. We loved you on Reading Rainbow. Thank you, Kewaunee. James Thorn, that's my time.